Hello everyone, welcome to this live stream. If this is your first time catching me, allow me to introduce myself. My name is 𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁. You think I know that. And I've been in fitness for 21 years, and in the last 2 years, I've been focusing a lot on energy. And I've been doing these live streams about the daddy issues, which is our mental thinking and doing, which we often use that to obsess about our body. And then also like this one, Mama Drama, which is about our emotions and the feeling and being energy. That's usually the energy that takes us out of taking care of our body. And if you are someone who watches me regularly, either on YouTube or here, or especially if you're in the Body Energetics Facebook group, please let me know that you're here and let me know how your Body Energetics is going. In this live stream, I'm going to talk a little bit about changing your perception to understand a little bit more about the emotional body and how we can kind of work with the emotions and the feeling sensations that we have in our body by going first to the thing that happened before the thing that happened that made you feel the way that you might be feeling, to either start overcorrecting with the list that starts running in your head from your masculine energy of how to fix your body, and then from undercorrecting with the emotions, which would be retracting or numbing out with food or anything else that distracts you from your emotional pain. I kind of lost my train of thought. Okay, no, I'm going to share with you that. And then I'm also going to share with you, give you a little bit of an update on what's going on in my body, because my whole life's work, I'm a manifesting generator, 6'2", is about embodying what it is that I do. And I do in this lifetime is stuff with the body. So I'm going to give you a little update on what's going on, because everything that I'm experiencing right now in my body is right on time. And then at the very end, very end, I'll close it out to make sure that you're complete and you feel really good about the information that you just learned and whatever you could absorb energetically. And then I'm going to share with you how you can work with me for free coaching to paid coaching. Okay, so let's get into it. So Mama Drama is just a fun way to talk about the emotional body. So we have several different bodies, not just the physical one that we can touch and sense. So with the emotional body, it is the rudder to the captain. The captain of the ship is your mind, daddy. The rudder is mommy. And the rudder is really is what's going to steer everything, right? So yes, we know that it's up here that the rudder is going to move from the whatever it is, the wheel. But if the rudder has like a big, a wave hit it, or maybe a dolphin hit it, or a whale hit it or something, and it gets off track, it's not going to steer the ship, or if the rudder even breaks. So the emotions come first, and they come secondary. If we do let our minds go crazy, then we'll start to flood our system with molecules of emotion that will then create emotional reactions or responses in our body. But I'm talking about the stuff that's stored. I'm talking about the vibrational stuff that comes up unexpectedly, like makes you go crazy, either sets you on the couch with a bunch of chips and a bunch of sodas and ice cream, or the emotions that set off and make you go sign up to run a marathon, to say, oh, if I train for this marathon in 6 months, I'm going to have the body of my dreams. I'll never deal with any of these problems again that I'm thinking about right now. I'm talking about that. So with your vibrations, okay, with the thing that happened before the thing that happened. So, when you have a struggle that's happening in your body where you notice that your self-care has dipped. Either you're not drinking your water, or you're not exercising regularly, or you're not eating foods that make you feel good, or dare I say, look good. So we have this mental awareness that we're not quite doing the things that we know that we should be doing. And when we get into that mode, we can kind of when we're in that mode for a significant amount of time that is alternate to the lifestyle beforehand. So if you had spent 3 or 6 months exercising consistently, if you have spent the last month drinking a gallon of water, like if you've had a prolonged period of time doing the healthy things that feel in alignment to you to feel good and look good, and then all of a sudden you don't. So then you have a period of time that you're not doing those things. Well, go back to the little change that happened when those two behaviors shifted. And if you can go to the thing that happened, you can also go to the thing that happened before the thing that happened. So I learned that sentence when I was doing nerve classes, and we were talking about injuries, and we were talking about, when did we set in with this ankle pain? Oh, it was when I was lifting weights. I was doing squats this one day, and I did Bulgarian split squats, and then my ankle started hurting. Okay, is that usually what you do? Do you usually do that on squat day? You do your squats and you do your Bulgarian split squats? Yep, same shit. Do the same thing every day. Okay, well, what happened before you went to the gym that day? Oh, I got into a huge fight with my spouse, and then my kid got a cut, and then we had to go to the ER and get stitches, and so what you're telling me is you were under stress, and then you went and worked out, and then your body responded to the stress. Weird, right? So it's not always the thing that happens that causes us to overcorrect in the masculine thinking and doing, and what am I going to do to feel and look good? And it's not always the thing that happened that caused us to sit on the couch and feel worse and worse and worse about ourselves and then not take care of our body. It's not that thing that happened in the material world. It's often the lead up to that thing, because that thing vibrationally came into your experience because it was vibrationally emanating from your body. This is not so for every single thing, okay? We are in a huge, multi-dimensional, multi-perspective universe. So if this resonates with you, it probably means that there's vibrational things going on in your emotional body, and this information will be really helpful for you to understand how you rev up in your masculine thinking and doing, and how you slow down in your feminine feeling and being. Okay? So when we're thinking about the thing that happened before the thing that happened, so the things that threw us off track of the physical experience of the squat that didn't go right, that hurt our ankle, whatever is the thing in the material world that happened, had to come into existence because there was a vibrational aspect of your body that was going on. Because if we follow the law of co-creation, it's the mind that sends out the frequency, the thought. It's kind of like the binoculars, that you're really searching for the thing. Okay? The vibration is the magnetic attractor of the thing that you're seeking. What you seek, you find. So whatever your vibration is, your mama drama, your deep-seated, low vibration emotions that are stored in your body as your identity system of how we learn to be human from ages 0 to 7 are the thing that's going to override what's going on as you're looking out in the binoculars. And the binoculars could be, I'm looking for the healthy body, or I'm looking for the hot body. Hi, Brooke. Thank you. Hi, gorgeous. So the vibration, the whole thing of 0 to 7, of learning how to be human, is that as a fragment of source energy, we have to have some way to identify ourselves in the human field, in the three-dimensional field, where there are multiple things that are vibrating at different levels for different experiences. So from 0 to 7, we're in this phase of learning vibrationally who we are in relationship to ourself as male or female, or I'm not sure yet, in relationship with our family, with our friends, with the collectives, then the collectives. So the collectives are the little clusters of thought groups of people that get together with similar beliefs. Where do I fit in with a culture and a subculture? And then all of humanity, being all these little energetic batteries for the planet, they are contributing to Mother Earth's experience, which is also co-creating within the whole universe. And it's all happening vibrationally and chemically. Because chemical is here where we are with photosynthesis, and vibrationally is also here we are within all the dimensions of the universe. So when we're looking at this vibrationally, and we're 0 to 7, and we had an environment that our parents were inconsistent with their affection towards us, or with their stability with us to guide us, then our little minds, even from infancy, have to figure out a way to cope with that, to survive it. And we have these mental emotional states that are stored with us forever and duplicate themselves and mirror themselves out in our reality. And if we are holding on to destructive things, maybe if, for whatever reason, if we're hanging on to the destructive mental emotional states, they're going to keep duplicating themselves in all areas of our life. And if you're here with me, it's probably because you've taken a lot of these mental emotional identities of low self-worth and self-hate, sadness, disappointment, pain and punishment out on yourself through obsession or neglecting your physical body. So if you can go back to the thing that happened that took you off track with how you were taking care of your body, can you go back one more time and see what was going on before that event took place? Because if you can look vibrationally, energetically at the thing that happened before the thing took place, and you can look at the emotions, like sit with yourself and be like, what was going on before that squat day, for example? Like really allow your body to speak to you and just sit with yourself to feel whatever comes up. You might feel your shoulders start to throb or your eardrums start to contract. And then you might feel disempowered. Well, you might feel disempowered with that, with a energy or an emotion. What's coming to mind right now is the stages of grief. So go look up those anger's one of them. But go look up the stages of grief, or Brooke, if you're here and you know them, type them in for me. Yeah. I've used the stages of grief with shadow work before. It's so funny. Okay, anyway, side note. So whatever emotion comes up, that's going to be a vibrational aspect that's stored within your body. Because the vibration that you felt before the thing that happened is most likely the vibration that is stored from your ages 0 to 7. Second piece to this is, if you can think right now, instantly, what it is that your dream body looks like, whether it's health or whether it's in aesthetic, and you can put yourself in the state of having that body, what would it feel like to actually have that body of your dreams? Those emotions, those vibrational energetic emotions, are the ones of your hero's journey that are the opposite of the ones you learned in your 0 to 7 that you kind of needed to have the becoming. Isn't that wild? Because this gets into the soul contract stuff. So I really want you to feel about that for Mama Drama Day, and really try to set into your body so that you can feel these things. Now, I did pull 2 cards from my 2 favorite decks. This is from the Galactic Heritage deck. This is Atlantean Era and Earth, about the past. And then also, I forgot the name of it. Lemurian Starseed deck. This is Resolution Higher Timelines. And so I drew them before this live stream, and I read about them. And they talk about the Atlantean era as not being a continent, but actually a 13,000 year cycle based in the patriarchy of war and becoming and all of the overpolarized masculine energy, which as we see the world fall apart, that's what's falling apart and trying to hang on for dear life. So a lot of the advances that we have in science that take us away from organic essence is that era trying to stay here and connected. Now, the resolution, this is about really stepping into what's next and feeling that solution and understanding that you can create something new. So here's your daddy, here's your obsession, and then here's just allowing things to come into balance. And it's really beautiful. So you can focus on that when you meditate. Okay, so that completes what I wanted to share with you about mama drama. To go back to the thing that happened and then think back or feel back to the vibration or the emotions or the state of stress to peace you were under before that thing happened. Because if you can feel that vibration, you can use the thesaurus and reprogram your body. Isn't that the coolest thing? So what I have done when emotions come up, I write down the negative emotions, I go to the thesaurus, and I look up the opposite positive emotion. And then I go into brain and heart coherence, and I feel, or I imagine, something that would make me feel that emotion from the outside in. So I get my brain and heart coherent in that emotion. Thanks for the 𝗲𝗲𝗃. And then I do things in my life, I'm not perfect at it, I do things in my life that will evoke that emotion. And I also listen to 𝗀𝗲𝗃𝗃 frequencies of that positive emotion. Cool, right? Yeah, Brooke says she loves the thesaurus. To me, it's very simple. It's tedious, but it's very simple. Okay, that now completes what I wanted to share with you about mama drama. Now my update. So, what did I do? How did I start this? December 19th, I did 2 really powerful, oops, hang on, time to close Instagram. I have a 45-minute timer on my Instagram. Apparently I've been on it for 45 minutes today already. Okay, so, December 19th, I did really powerful rituals to enhance divine feminine energy, because that full moon was very potent with divine feminine energy. And I don't know the correct terminology in astrology, but we were in a certain aspect to the galactic center. So the astrologers were like, this is really powerful for where we are in the whole universe. So I was like, I'm in. Then, so I feel like something else happened in December, but I'm not quite sure. Then another time I did another ritual where I actually freaked myself out about it the first time, and then I left it alone, and then the next day I went back to it after I really was like, is this a good thing to do? So what I did was I incorporated the darkest element of myself, and she did look like a certain being. I don't want to say what she looked like. And when she appeared to me, I was like, I don't know if that's too dark. Like, am I being hijacked right now? So I left it alone, and I went back to it the next day, and I was like, no, actually, this is exactly what I want to do. And so that happened a couple weeks ago, like a month ago or something. And then I got super triggered by my dad around my birthday, which I always like hate my birthday. And then I got a very, very deep tissue massage, like so deep I was sore from it. But then what happened was a few days later, my whole thoracic spine went out, and like my nerve pain encompassed my entire hand, which I have not felt that pain before. My pain has always really been from the neck up. So when that happened, I was like, oh my God. Like, part of me was like interested to say like, okay, well then what did I clear in the throat chakra that I'm not having neck problems? And then if this is the left side of my body with feminine energy, is this now the time that I'm integrating the feminine? And like what else muscularly or structurally is going on? So I've been to the chiropractor 3 times, like in the last 10 days. So what I am doing is I am going to change my schedule, because through all of this of what I'm sharing with you from December all the way until now, is that because I'm not taking out so many things on my body with diet and exercise, like I work out 2 to 3 times a week. I demonstrate with like half of my clients, and I don't do weird things with food, right? Because I'm tracking macros and I have somebody helping me, and for the most part I stick with it. So because I've toned down, like I used to exercise 6 days a week. I was going on 6-mile walks. Like I did a lot to my body in the last even 2 years. So since I've shut that stuff down, I feel that since December, I've really been able to see my daddy issues, my overcorrection obsessions, because I'm a Pisces, in other areas of my life. And so when I'm going through all this physical pain, I had already changed my schedule with my clients, But then I was like, there's another leak. I know where the leak is with my clients, and I need to change my schedule again. And it really bothered me to write an email to a particular client who does our early morning workouts. And she was really supportive and was like, you need to take care of you. I will adjust. It was the sweetest thing ever. So I cleared that out. And then when I woke up for my early morning, which was no longer so early, I felt so peaceful and so amazing. And more this stuff has started to change. So, so what's happening now is I'm able to see where I've shown up in my schedule and where I've shown up in my career has been so much based on the approval and need and function and praise that are the low vibrational feelings that stem off of more so the both parental upbringings. So I'm balancing those things out, and it feels really good. And I was feeling rejuvenated enough to come here and do this live stream, because I didn't do the other one yesterday. So that's my update, and I will keep you posted on it probably every few emotional days or something. And so now I want to share with you how you can work with me. So I have this fabulous plan designed how I would want to be a client if I was still binge eating and I was still working my ass off at the gym and not getting any of the aesthetic or strength results that I was after. Like, I'm taking myself back to 13 years ago when I was feeling my worst. Because when I was feeling my worst and somebody told me you just had to do not just energetic work, but if somebody told me that you had to incorporate energetic work, I would think they were crazy. So this is how and I wouldn't believe that I could do it. So this is how I have things set up for you. Mental, emotional live streams, like I'm doing right now on Instagram, which I'm going to upload to my YouTube channel into separate playlists so that you can really see, do I want to look at my emotions or do I want to look at my mental? Then, most likely every weekend, I feel like it's going to be a weekend thing, in Body Energetics group on Facebook, facebook.com/group/Body Energetics with an X, I am doing a weekly guided meditation where I am going to do different energetic practices that come intuitively to me. Using HeartMath Institute's Brain and Heart Coherence breathing first, then we're either going to go into your whole energetic field or we're going to concentrate on just one chakra. In addition to that, in that free group is once a month, I'm going to do a Q&A live stream. And there'll be a post of a Q&A where you can write in any of your questions that that has come up with for you in that 4-week period. And I'll answer them on the Q&A live stream. And if you do want to be a paid client, the first thing that I have coming up is next Wednesday on March 30th, which is a masterclass about daddy issues. So I'm going to share with you what a lot of information about the positive polarity of energy and how we can use it, how we can balance it, different ways to conceptualize it so that you can really start to look at things energetically. Because when you can interpret what's going on physically and energetically, things are a lot. It's not that they're less severe. It's just like another set of legs to stand on. Like, you can really have a larger perspective on what's going on in your physical body and in the physical reality that's helping perpetuate these cycles of either obsession or neglect with your physical body. That masterclass is $99. It's most likely going to be over an hour. And if you want help integrating the how-tos, like how to actually implement the information about positive polarity, then you can sign up for a 4-week integration with me. And in the 4-week of integration, you take that $99 and apply it as a credit to the 4-week container that we'll be in together. So all you have to do is go to 𝗲𝗏𝗀𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 to sign up for it and also join the Facebook group. The links are there at 𝗲𝗏𝗀𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏